let's look ahead to Worcester then. And obviously, this time last year, pretty much, it was a year ago that you played them, and it was a bit of a dramatic day on that occasion with a couple of tries in the last 2 minutes. Would you be hoping, not maybe a repeat of the result, but perhaps not necessarily a repeat of the way you went about it?
I've talked to the players quite a lot this week about the game last year, because the truth is we should have lost. We were kind of, with 5-10 minutes to go, we were kind of well beaten really. We'd played pretty well and we'd scored some points, but then we kind of lacked a little bit of discipline. We gave a couple of silly penalties that let Worcester kind of get back at us on the scoreboard. They then scored a little bit of a freak try with a ball ricocheting off the crossbar from a kick ahead, and all of a sudden the game started to get tough for us, and we didn't respond to it all that well. And I think, as I said, we kind of responded and we won the game with a 5-minute burst of kind of almost outstanding rugby, but that isn't going to happen very often. And I think what our players need to remember is, I think they've only lost 3 times in the Premiership at home. They've got a good home record. They're a different proposition at home. You know, you can't say they're not, because they are. And we've got to be ready for a big challenge. If we go out there ready for a big challenge, we tend to be pretty good. You know, we tend to meet challenges head on very well. If we got there in the wrong mindset, they're exactly the kind of team that can kind of turn you over and spoil your plans. So we've got a lot of respect for them. They've gathered a lot of points. You know, they're well out of the danger zone. They're only one place behind us in the Premiership table, and we like to say, you know, the Premiership table doesn't lie. When we were in 5th, we felt that we deserved to be there last year. We're in 8th at the minute, and we probably deserve to be there. You know, they're only one spot behind us, so you know there's a lot to play for.
Does defeat, realistically, if results go against you, end your hopes of a top 6 back?
Not necessarily. I mean, there's a few more shots to be fired in the rounds, because mainly for us, because we've still got to play Wasps and Gloucester, and obviously they're 2 of the teams above us. But I think it starts to become difficult. I think the reality is, you know, we gathered 10 points over our last 3 games. That's at least the kind of form we've got to show over the next 3 games to make sure that last game's, you know, worth going into really, with something to fight for. So I think it's a very, very important game for us. I think the players are very aware of that, and we've got to play like it's a very, very important game for us.
Fitness-wise, how is the squad looking?
Yeah, not too bad. We picked up a few bumps and bruises last week, as you could expect. You know, it was a very tough physical game, but I think everybody who had bumps and bruises last week has had some kind of a training input today, which is good. There's a few final things we'll have to sort out on Friday, but we're hoping to be very close to being fully fit.